Picture yourself in the Egyptian desert, the sun blazing overhead, and suddenly there they are, the Great Pyramids of Giza. No photo or film can prepare you for their sheer size. They rise like man-made mountains, ancient and awe-inspiring. You tilt your head back, trying to see the top, and realize these stones have touched the sky for over 4,500 years. Up close you can touch limestone blocks heavier than cars, each one a piece of a massive puzzle. It's humbling, standing before a mystery built by thousands for pharaohs who dreamed of eternity. The pyramids have survived sun, sandstorms, and centuries, outlasting empires and eras. They're not just tombs, they're monuments to human ambition and ingenuity. You feel the weight of history, and the urge to explore is irresistible. These structures are a gateway to the wonders of ancient Egypt. Why did they build them? How did they achieve such precision? What secrets lie within? The pyramids invite us to ask questions that have fascinated explorers for centuries. Standing there, you sense you're at the threshold of one of humanity's greatest stories. The journey into the land of the pharaohs is just beginning. Let's step inside and see what mysteries await. The big question: how did the Egyptians build the pyramids without modern machines? Forget aliens. The real answer is even more impressive: organization, skill, and determination. Massive limestone blocks were quarried nearby, while granite came from Aswan, hundreds of miles away. Workers used wooden sleds, likely wetting the sand to reduce friction, hauling stones across the desert. To lift blocks, they built huge ramps, spiraling or straight, inching the pyramid skyward over decades. The precision is mind-blowing. The Great Pyramid is almost perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, and its base is nearly level across 13 acres. Every block was cut and placed with astonishing accuracy. This was more than construction, it was a national mission, a symbol of the pharaoh's power and divine connection. The pyramid was a stairway to heaven, built to last forever. We may not know every detail, but the pyramids stand as proof of what teamwork and ingenuity can achieve. They're a permanent reminder that humans can accomplish the impossible, and their secrets still inspire us today. The Egyptians were master astronomers, tracking the sun, moon, and stars with precision. The rising of Sirius signaled the Nile's flood and the start of their new year, vital for survival. Their calendar, based on these observations, was so accurate it's the ancestor of the one we use today. Temples weren't just for worship. They were aligned with celestial events, turning architecture into a cosmic clock. On special days, sunlight would illuminate statues deep within temple sanctuaries, linking gods, pharaohs, and the universe. For Egyptians, science and religion were inseparable. Understanding the stars meant understanding the will of the gods. Their cosmic knowledge shaped their monuments, their agriculture, and their sense of order. The universe was a grand, predictable system, and they sought to master it. Their legacy is written in both stone and starlight. Ancient Egypt's story is as much about the heavens as the earth. Their quest for knowledge still echoes in our own search for meaning. Ancient Egyptian doctors were pioneers, practicing medicine thousands of years ahead of their time. Texts like the Edwin Smith Papyrus reveal logical diagnoses and treatments for injuries and diseases. Mummification gave them hands-on knowledge of anatomy, letting them set bones, stitch wounds, and even perform basic surgeries. Their pharmacy was vast: honey for wounds, willow bark for pain, and countless herbal remedies. While magic played a role, much of their medicine was based on observation and experience. They established professional doctors and wrote detailed medical texts. Not everything was accurate, but their achievements laid the groundwork for modern medicine. Next time you take an aspirin, remember, the roots of healing stretch back to the Nile. The ancient doctors of Egypt truly got the ball rolling. The Nile was the heartbeat of ancient Egypt, a lifeline in a sea of desert. Its annual floods brought rich black silt, turning barren land into fertile fields. This reliable cycle allowed Egypt to thrive, feeding its people and freeing others to become builders, priests, and artists. The river was Egypt's main highway, connecting the kingdom and enabling trade, travel, and communication. Boats carried everything from grain to giant stones for temples and pyramids. The Nile unified Egypt, making it possible for pharaohs to rule a vast land. Its rhythms shaped their calendar, their economy, and their beliefs. The Egyptians saw the flood as a divine blessing, worshipping Hapi, the god of the inundation. The river's gifts were woven into every aspect of life, art, and religion. Without the Nile, there would be no Egypt. It remains the country's lifeblood to this day. Egyptian art was more than decoration. It was a visual language packed with meaning. Every pose, color, and object told a story about beliefs, status, and hopes for eternity. People were drawn in composite view, head in profile, eye and shoulders facing forward, to show each part at its best. This style wasn't about realism but about creating an ideal, eternal image. Colors were symbolic: green for life, blue for the heavens, red for energy or chaos, white for purity, black for rebirth. Tomb paintings weren't just pretty, they magically provided food, servants, and family for the afterlife. Temples and statues were built to last forever, using granite and sandstone to defy time. Art and architecture were tools to conquer death, ensuring a perfect world beyond. The Egyptians succeeded. Much of their art still survives, telling their story across millennia. Their masterpieces are windows into a civilization obsessed with eternity. Every image was a promise of life after death. Their art endures, just as they intended. In Egypt, beauty was built to last. For Egyptians, religion shaped every part of life and death. They believed in a vast pantheon of gods, each influencing the world and the afterlife. Death was a journey, not an end. The soul faced judgment, the heart weighed against the feather of Ma'at, goddess of truth. If your heart was lighter, you earned eternal life in paradise. Mummification preserved the body for the soul's journey, with spells and amulets for protection. Tombs were stocked with everything needed for eternity: food, tools, and the Book of the Dead as a guide. Their elaborate rituals reveal a civilization obsessed with conquering death. In Egypt, preparing for the afterlife was the ultimate goal. Egypt's pharaohs were more than rulers, they were living gods, shaping history and legend. Ramses the Great ruled for 66 years, building colossal temples and statues to immortalize his name. King Tutankhamun, though a boy king, became world-famous when his nearly intact tomb was discovered, revealing treasures beyond imagination. Hatshepsut, a powerful female pharaoh, ruled for over 20 years, commissioning grand monuments and defying tradition. Cleopatra VII, Egypt's last pharaoh, was a brilliant leader who forged alliances with Rome in a bid to save her kingdom. These rulers commanded armies, built wonders, and left legacies carved in stone. Their stories of ambition, power, and intrigue still captivate us today. The pharaohs were the driving force behind Egypt's greatest achievements. Their monuments and legends endure, echoing across the ages. They remain icons of one of history's most fascinating civilizations. Despite centuries of exploration, Egypt still guards its secrets. New discoveries, tombs, papyri, hidden chambers, are made every year, rewriting what we know. The Great Pyramid's construction methods, Cleopatra's lost tomb, and the daily lives of ordinary Egyptians remain unsolved mysteries. Each find adds a piece to the puzzle, revealing a culture of innovation, artistry, and ambition. The Egyptians built monuments that defy time, developed science and medicine, and created a legacy that inspires the world. Their story is one of human achievement and eternal curiosity. The adventure isn't over, there are more secrets to uncover. The land of the pharaohs still calls to explorers and dreamers. Ancient Egypt reminds us of what humanity can achieve. The journey continues and the mysteries endure.